Dem bones, the rise of skeletons as iconic undead. Are you afraid of skeletons? Skeletons are perhaps the most iconic of the undead monsters that haunt tales and legends across cultures. Easily recognized by their bare bones rattling together as they shamble along, skeletons invoke both fear and fascination. In appearance, skeletons look much as one would expect gaunt corpses stripped of flesh with empty eye sockets and grinning teeth. They are often depicted wearing tattered robes or armor to give them a more sinister look. Though they lack muscles and organs, skeletons can somehow move about in jerky, unpredictable ways. Supernatural forces animate their bones, allowing them to walk, grab, and attack. Their bony fingers and limbs make sharp weapons capable of inflicting damage. The origins of the skeletal undead can be traced back to many ancient cultures, each with its unique interpretations. The concept of animated bones appears in writings as early as the Epic of Gilgamesh, where they are mentioned as a punishment in the underworld. Greek mythology contains several references to skeletons. For instance, the myth of Jason and the Argonauts recounts the hero's battle with an army of skeletal warriors. This particular representation laid the groundwork for the common perception of skeletons as fearsome undead creatures, mindlessly executing orders. The Middle Ages significantly contributed to the image of the skeleton as a figure of death and the afterlife, as seen in various artistic depictions like Danse Macabre or Dance of Death. The tradition of representing death as a skeletal figure wielding a scythe took root during this period and has remained a common trope even today. In terms of powers and traits, skeletons are imbued with magical abilities to continue moving in death. They feel no pain and cannot be killed by ordinary means like drowning or bleeding. Only total destruction of their bones will stop a skeleton. Though they are not intelligent, some sinister necromantic magic provides them with vague purpose and intent to stalk, terrify, and kill the living. Skeletons are single-minded in completing whatever task they are summoned for by their creator, even if it takes centuries. In addition, they are frequently depicted as possessing superhuman strength and speed, able to overpower or outrun living victims with relative ease. Some skeletons are portrayed with magical abilities, usually related to necromancy or dark magic. For example, some can control or summon other undead creatures, or possess the power to drain life force or induce fear in their victims. The popular fantasy tabletop role-playing game Dungeons & Dragons features skeletons as common undead minions. In D&D, skeletons are mindless automatons animated through dark magic like necromancy. They are typically under the control of evil wizards, liches, or other powerful undead masters. Skeletons in D&D are low-level adversaries that adventurers often face in groups. Though easy to destroy individually, the numbers of skeletons can overwhelm opponents. Skeletons in D&D come in many types, including standard humanoid skeletons, larger skeletal giants, and even skeletal dragons. In modern popular culture, the depiction of skeletons as undead monsters has carried over with considerable variation in their portrayal. In video games, such as the popular Dark Souls series or the Elder Scrolls franchise, skeletons often serve as common enemies, presenting both a challenge and a source of dread for players. Their representation is influenced by traditional myth and folklore, reinforcing their image as relentless, menacing creatures. In film and television, skeletons have assumed diverse roles, from terrifying monsters to comedic characters. The Pirates of the Caribbean series famously includes cursed pirates who turn into skeletons under moonlight, presenting a visual spectacle and a thrilling adversary for the protagonist. In contrast, the animated movie The Nightmare Before Christmas offers a more light-hearted, yet still eerie, portrayal of a skeleton character, Jack Skellington, the well-meaning king of Halloween Town. Furthermore, literature also embraces the undead skeleton motif. Authors like Terry Pratchett, in his Discworld novels, have employed skeletal characters not just as harbingers of fear but also as complex characters, contributing to both the humor and depth of the narrative. In conclusion, the skeleton, as an undead monster, has a long and complex history, stretching from the ancient world to the modern era. The skeletal undead persist as enduring symbols of death, fear, and the macabre. However, they also serve as mirrors to our fascination with the concept of life after death, the supernatural, and the human condition itself. The diverse interpretations and representations of these creatures continue to entertain, terrify, and captivate audiences worldwide. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to Connect Paranormal. This will allow us to make more videos. Thanks for watching.